So in this video, I'm going to show you what a Facebook ad is, how it's constructed, right? So I've created a playlist. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, I would suggest that you go to the channel, subscribe, watch those videos, because we've talked about how important it is to understand who we're marketing to and where they are in our funnel. We've talked about top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel, and how important it is to understand that how we market to somebody that has no idea who we are is totally different than how we would market to somebody that is ready to buy, right? So we've talked about that. So I'm going to show you exactly how to run ads for each step in that funnel for a local business. Before I teach you that, I just want to make sure that we understand what a Facebook is and really what makes a Facebook ad. Right? So I'm inside Ads Manager. I'm going to hit create here. And the first thing that Facebook will ask us is what our objective is. Basically what the goal is. What do we want out of this ad, right? It's important to understand that Facebook ads work 100% of the time. I know that's hard to understand. It's hard to conceptualize. That's a big word. But Facebook ads work 100% of the time. Now, that doesn't always mean they'll be successful, but I guarantee you that if you tell Facebook to do something, it's going to do it. Whether it's successful or not determines whether, number one, you understand who you're marketing to and where they are in your funnel, right? Ding. But on top of that is maybe your offer isn't good, or maybe your content isn't good. There's a lot of factors that go into making a successful ad. But setting it up wise, if you tell Facebook to do something, I'm not going to say 100% because there's always bugs, but 99.5% of the time, if you tell Facebook to do something, it's going to do it for you, right? So, number one, Facebook ads, it's constructed in three different sections, right? Number one is the campaign section. Number two is the ad set. And number three is the ad itself. So every Facebook ad that you run, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, they're both the same company, same ad platform. Every ad that you run on Facebook or Instagram is sectioned off into three different sections: your campaign section, your ad set, and the ad itself, right? That's what makes up a Facebook or Instagram ad. The first section was what we're looking for or looking at here is the campaign section. Number one, you need to tell Facebook what your goal is. What is your objective, right? Are you after awareness? Are you after traffic to your website? Are you after engagement, likes, comments? Are you after leads? Do you sell an app? Do you want to promote it? Do you want people to install it? Or are you after sales? I can tell you one thing. In the local business market, it's very rare, not to say never, I'll never say never, but it's very rare to run a sales campaign. Unless you're a local business that sells things online through your website, generally speaking, a local service-based business like a chiropractor or a dentist or a gym or anything for that matter, it's very rare that you'd run a sales campaign. This is a big mistake. This is the mistake most people make, is that most courses that you buy on the subject, they're going to direct you to conversion campaigns or sales campaigns. You have to run a sales campaign. You have to run a conversion campaign. If you're after conversions, you have to run a conversion campaigns. Doesn't make much sense, because in order for a conversion campaign, or in this case, Facebook changed the word or the naming to sales campaigns, unless you have data, then Facebook doesn't know where to send your people, where to send the ad, right? If you're not selling anything online, then how is it going to get that data? I suppose you can send them to a landing page. You can set up your custom events and all that. It's the long drawn out process. But I'm here to tell you, as a local business owner myself, it's very rare, if any, that I ever run a sales campaign. I'm generally running awareness campaigns, engagement campaigns sometimes, or lead ads. I'm telling you, nobody's going to tell you this. Very few people are going to tell you this. As a local business owner, as somebody that has been very successful in running ads for local businesses, running a $50,000 a month agency, I never, almost never, I'm never going to say never, almost never run a sales or conversion campaign. This is, if you watch any YouTube videos or buy any courses from the gurus that I've been scammed out of money as well, you're probably watching this because you might have spent money on the gurus courses, and for some reason it just doesn't work for you. Works for everybody else and all their testimonials, but for some reason it just doesn't work for you because maybe it's just something you're doing. I'm telling you, if you are running ads for a local business, generally speaking, you will almost never run a sales or conversion campaign. It's not needed. You don't need to do it. You're wasting your money, right? I generally, in a local business market, run awareness ads, engagement ads, or lead ads, right? So back to the subject at hand. Running what makes up a Facebook ad? Number one is your campaign section. What is your goal, right? So let's just say, for example, I'm going to hit awareness. I'm going to hit continue. And basically you would name the campaign. So this is the campaign. I don't know what I was just spelling there, but name the campaign. So your campaign basically is made up of this: your objective, your goal, right? You name it. Sometimes your budget. So there's two different types of ways of looking at or utilizing your budget, right? There's one, which is CBO, which is campaign budget optimization, meaning if you set your budget here, your budget's going to be set. So for example, I set this at $25. And then I have a number of different ad sets because we'll get into what an ad set is in just a second. But you can have multiple ad sets, right? Which we'll get into. If you have 10 ad sets, your budget is going to be $25 a day, and Facebook is going to disperse that $25 budget to those 10 ad sets. So it's going to give a little bit of money to each ad set, and then it's going to start learning which ad set is doing well. The ad sets that start to do really well compared to the other ones, Facebook is just going to put a little bit more of your budget into those and then trickle down. The ad sets that don't do well are going to get less money. Make sense? Okay. So generally speaking, I don't generally like to use campaign budget optimization. Basically, I like to set the budget on the ad set level. So that way, if I make multiple ad sets, I can really kind of disperse my budget the way that I want to, right? So I'm going to be going in there every day. I'm going to see, all right, this ad set's doing okay. This ad set's doing this okay. This ad set's not really making any money. I'm going to shut that one off, and then I'm going to give a little bit more budget to the other ad sets. I guess there's no right or wrong way. I just like to have a little bit more control. So just to let you know, there's two different ways to disperse your ad set, your budget, right? Not your ad set, your budget. Whew. I know it's a lot for me too. So there's campaign budget optimization where you can set it at the campaign level. This sets it at $25. You can set it at $5. You can set it at $2. Whatever your budget is, it's going to disperse your budget, whatever you set at the campaign level, to all your different ad sets. All right. So let's get into what an ad set actually is. So again, review campaign. This is your main goal. Really, the main objective of the main purpose of your campaign is to name the campaign. Set a goal. You got to tell Facebook, what is my goal? What am I after? Either awareness, leads, traffic, whatever the case may be. And then if you want to set your campaign budget, you can set it here. But if you're like me, I like to have a little bit more control. So it's really up to you what you want to do here. You can set it at the campaign level or you can set it at the ad set level. All right. So that's the campaign section. Let's hit next. What is an ad set, right? So we're going to name this. Name your ad set. Your ad set is basically telling Facebook what page you're going to run the ad for. So you want to choose the page. If you chose your ad set, if you chose to have your budget set at the ad set level, you'd set it here. So I'm going to set my budget and set it $5 a day. And again, we're going to get more into this. This is really kind of just a 30,000 foot view of what a Facebook ad even is, right? So we're going to set the ad set budget here. If you chose that, and then your audience. So you're going to name the ad set, you're going to choose your budget if that's what you've selected, and then who you're going to show your ad to. right? So you basically, in the grand scheme of things, if we're talking about local businesses here, so generally speaking, we wouldn't be going after the entire United States. What we can do here is you can come in here and you can put the address of the business. So you put the actual address of the business, and then what Facebook allows you to do. Let me just put the address of my gym here. Route 125, Brentwood, New Hampshire. So I'm going to put the address of my business, and what Facebook allows you to do is see, here's my business, and what we can do is we can set a mile radius around the business. I can do 6 miles, I can do 10 miles, I can do 50 miles, right? So this is basically, we're gonna market to anybody in this vicinity, right? So on the ad set level is you name your ad set, you give it a budget if that's the way that you choose to go, and then you choose who you're going to show this to. So where they are, you can set the age here. I happen to go like 25 to 54. And again, there's no right or wrong answer. You can leave this completely wide open. Basically what Facebook does, right, is generally speaking, for a local business, and this is the difference between a local business and anybody else, like an e-com business or a website that sells things worldwide or to a very large audience like the United States or whatever the case may be, right? When it comes to local businesses, we want to try to be as broad as possible, right? Basically what happens when you run an ad and you publish it, Facebook reviews it, and then they go live, it's active, right? The first few days, it's in what's called a learning phase, right? So Facebook is going to show it to everybody, as many people as it possibly can according to your budget, right? So obviously your budget dictates to how many people you can reach, but Facebook will show it to as many people as it possibly can, however your budget allows it to, right? And what it does is it starts to pay attention, right? So it's going to show it to a big audience of people. And then the more people start to pay attention to it, if people start to like it, people start to comment on it, people start to watch, they stop and watch your video if that's what you're showing. Facebook pays attention to that. And it starts to say, all right, well, these are the types of people that really seem to be responding to the ad, and then these people really haven't showed any interest. So we're going to start showing the ad. We're going to spend more of the budget to these types of people. Now remember, Facebook knows an awful lot about all of us, right? It knows what websites we visit. It knows our behavior on the platform, right? This is what makes Facebook and just social media in general so special, right? So it really starts to pay attention in this learning phase to who's responding to the ad. And then the longer the ad runs, the better it gets. So in the olden days, right? So I've been running Facebook ads for over 10 years now. In the olden days, we wanted to the algorithm really wasn't that good. It really wasn't as precise as it is now. So in the olden days, we'd come down here and we'd get into detailed targeting, and we'd start to put interest. So you can put anybody interested in martial arts. So if I run a martial arts gym, a mixed martial arts gym. So in the olden days, I'd put anybody interested in martial arts or jiu-jitsu or Krav Maga or boxing or any of the services that I offer, right? Well, nowadays the algorithm is so good that you really don't want to do that anymore. We want to keep it as broad as possible and let it go through its learning phase, right? So we want to keep this, the age, I would just keep this wide open until you start running ads and you start to learn all right, so I've run ads for a year now and I know that 18-year-olds, they never respond, right? So once you have that data, then you can kind of get in here and, why waste money spending ads or showing ads to 18-year-olds if you know that they're not responding, right? But at first, if this is your first few ads and you don't know who your target market is, and again, even if this is your first few ads, even if you think you know who your target market is, still go broad. Let the audience, and remember, Facebook wants you to be successful. Because if you're successful, you're going to keep spending money, right? So they want you to do a good job. The algorithm is really good. It's a lot smarter than you and I, right? So try to keep this as broad as possible. So yes, set your address, right? So we want to set the address of the business, set up a mile radius around the business. And this could be anything, right? So don't set it for 50 miles unless people are generally traveling 50 miles to your business. But if you're a local business, you want to try to keep it local. For me, I generally, no more than 10 miles in most cases. But it's up to you. Test it out, but be as broad as possible at first. And then once you start to get that data, then you can kind of be a little bit more precise. So I'm going to do a 6-mile radius around my business. I'm going to keep the age wide open. I'm going to go after both male and females, all languages, and then even placements. I'm going to just choose Advantage Plus placements, which generally speaking is going to show it to everywhere, right? So let's just take a look a little bit more into placements, because a lot of people think that, well, I'm running Facebook ads, it's only going to show up on Facebook. It's not generally always the case, right? So here's all the placements that your ad could possibly show, right? So if we chose automatic placements, it's going to go on feeds, on Facebook feeds, Instagram feeds, profile feeds, marketplace, video feeds in the right column, explore home, stories, reels, in-stream ads for videos and reels, search results, Facebook search results, Instagram search results, messages, in article, apps and sites. Apps and sites, Facebook partners with different websites, right? So just because you're running a Facebook ad doesn't necessarily mean it's only going to show on Facebook. It could show up on one of Facebook's partners' websites, right? So basically speaking, in a local business market, I generally just say, hey, Facebook, you choose. Because again, remember, it's going to go through a learning phase where for the first few days, it's going to show it everywhere. And it's going to start to learn, I'm showing it in the sidebar and it's really not getting it going anywhere. I'm showing it in Marketplace and nobody's clicking on a martial arts gym ad in Marketplace. So we're not going to show it there, because if we continue showing it there, they're not going to get results, and if they don't get results, they're not going to keep running Facebook ads, right? So we have to remember, Facebook wants us to succeed. So be as broad as possible. I'm going to use automatic placements, and that's basically it for the ad set. So again, to review, campaign level is, generally speaking, the campaign is about your goal. What is your objective? What is your goal? What do you want to get out of this ad? What do you want to do? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to get traffic to your website? Do you want me to just show it to as many people as possible so you get awareness? Do you want me to get leads for you? Tell me what you want, right? So that's done on the campaign level. After you tell Facebook what you want, the ad set level is, all right, so now that you tell me what you want, who am I going to show it to and where? Right, so that's the good way to look at or to view an ad set, right? So campaign is what your goal is. Ad set is, all right, who am I showing this ad to, and where do you want me to show it? And then depending on what budget strategy that's either set at the campaign level or the ad set level, you choose, right? Again, I like to have a little bit more control, so I like to have the ad or the budget set at the ad set level rather than the campaign level. All right, so that's the ad set. And then next would be the ad itself, right? So this is what people see, right? What the image is, what the video is, what the ad copy is. This is really the creative aspect of the ad, right? So I'm not going to go too much into this because we're going to get a little bit more into detail. I'm going to show you exactly what type of ad to run, bottom funnel, top of funnel, and middle funnel, right? So we've talked a lot about this in this playlist. If you haven't seen those videos, I would highly suggest that you go back and watch those videos, because again, it's really important, really, 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 really important to understand who we're marketing to and where they are in our funnel. Because if they have no idea who we are, well, that's going to dictate what content we show them and what type of ad we run. Right? So that's what we're going to get into in the next set of videos in this playlist, right? So again, just to recap, your campaign section is what your goal is, right? What do you want? What do you want to get out of it? Do you want traffic to your website? Do you want leads? Do you want me to just show it to as many people as possible, just so people are aware that you even exist, right? So that's the campaign level. On the ad set level is, all right, so now, okay, we have a goal. Who are we showing it to and where? And then maybe budget, right? How much you want to spend, right? To get to these people. And then the ad level is the creative. That's the actual ad itself. Your image, your video, your ad copy, your headline, your button, call to action, that type of stuff. All right. So if you have any questions, use the comments. Be more than happy to answer anything. I know that if this is totally brand new to you, this could be like, whoa, what the hell are you talking about? If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here. I'll answer them. I'll go through all the comments and I'll answer anything that I can, right? This is why I'm here. So if you're a local business, you're looking to run ads for yourself, If you're looking to run ads for a local business, if you're looking to start your own agency, that's what this channel is for. So if this stuff is valuable for you, I would ask that you please subscribe, give a like, give a comment if you have questions. That's what I'm here for. Everything that I'm going to offer on this channel is 100% free. I'm not trying to get you to buy anything. I have nothing to sell you, right? I'm just giving my knowledge over the last 10 or so years of doing this for not only other businesses and a very successful agency, but I'm a local business owner. I run a business. I run ads every single day, right? So I'm giving you my knowledge. I'm not going to show you stupid crap that doesn't work, right? All right. That's it for me. I'll see you in the next one.